a little bit through the company that we are all part of, okay, and tell you a little bit about the history of this company and how it has evolved, over the last 17 odd years. So we are all part of a group called the QI Group, which is based out of Hong Kong, and we have various companies attached to it. So QNet is the company that we partner with, and QNet is the e-commerce arm of the QI Group. And to support the e-commerce arm of the QI Group is a company called the We, which is basically the training and conferencing arm of the company. And then we also have something called the Rhythm Foundation, which is a CSR arm of the company, diverting part of the company's profits towards work in the social space to help out in causes. Okay, so let me start by telling you a little bit about our founders. Okay, the company was founded in 1998 by two exemplary gentlemen, Vijay Ishwaran, who's a Malaysian national, a businessman of great repute before he started the QI Group, and Joseph Bismarck, who's a Philippine national, and someone again who had worked in various fields across the world before both of them came together and started, the QI Group. Now, Dato Shri Vijay Ishwaran, as he is now called, is someone who's been acknowledged across the world as an entrepreneur of repute and has won many awards across various, so including CEO of the Year, and has also been covered in the World Economic Forum, where he is a constant speaker now. At the same time, at the Chinese World Economic Forum, where he is invited to go and speak, and many other places. So he was also awarded by the National Global Indian Foundation as in business leadership. Okay, and as someone who's been covered extensively by media across the world. In Malaysia, where he resides, to the Forbes magazine, where he was recognized as one of the top 48 philanthropists of the world, to being also awarded by and recognized, by the royalty in Malaysia, okay, where he resides for his exemplary work in society, where he's been conferred the title of Dato and Shri, by the Malaysian royalty. He's one amongst the 100 living recipients of this title. And many other medias, including the Forbes magazine, which has done many features, on him and the company. And of course, we've had some really distinguished guests. This is a picture you see of Sri Ravi Shankar when he visited our office in Malaysia. And as I was telling you, across various media, across the world. So this is the Gulf News. Now, coming to QI Group and QNet, the relationship, QI Group is the parent group, and QNet is the global direct selling e-commerce arm of the company. And we are an Asian company, started in 1998, and today have grown to countries across the world, more than 100 countries. The business is today spread across more than 100 countries. And we are today partners with some of the best brands in the world, and at the same time, we are members of some of the biggest and the most respected direct selling associations of the world. As I was telling you, we are headquartered out of Hong Kong, and offices in almost 30 countries, including Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, to name a few. And in India, we work through a company called Vihan Direct Selling India Private Limited, which is a franchisee of the parent group in Hong Kong. We've also, of course, over the last 17 years as a group, demonstrated extreme levels of business leadership, innovation in the fields that we are, and have been recognized, for that across we've been named as one of the world growth companies by the World Economic Forum, across a couple of years, and we've been recognized as a company, okay, that would shape the future of business in the world. These are some of our industry memberships, ranging from the Direct Selling Association of Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, and many other very, very reputed direct selling associations across the world that we are today a part of. In terms of the business verticals that the QI Group has, they have businesses across travel and leisure, telecommunications, wellness and health, luxury and collectibles, corporate travel management, education, financial services, lifestyle and organic food retail, and training and conference management. So these are the business verticals of the company, and at the same time, we have products and services across all these business verticals that are very difficult to fit on one slide, but it's just a snapshot of some of the fantastic products that this company makes and markets and sells across the world through their online e-commerce venture called QNet. We also are in education through the Quest International University, which is today coming up, in Malaysia, in a very large expanse called the QI City, which is an entire micro city being developed by the group, and the foundation has been laid and the work is now on for the construction of the QI City and the Quest International University. We are, of course, a company that exists for not just profit, and which is what makes us unique. This is a company that has a heart, okay, and the heart comes through the Rhythm Foundation, okay, which does some exemplary work across the world in causes that are very dear to the founders of this company. And you will see that they have been part of various causes, right from helping people for natural calamity relief, to helping children across the world, to helping the destitute, elderly destitute, where we partnered with the Akshaya Trust, and many, many similar ventures across the world. We also have something called Tarana, which is a school for special children, which is based in Kuala Lumpur, where this entire school is run by the Rhythm Foundation and the Wijeyaratnam Foundation. The Wijeyaratnam Foundation is the Malaysian chapter of the Rhythm Foundation, and they run this school where the school takes care, and not just takes care, but helps a lot of special kids and does a lot of great work, with these children. Of course, over the last 17 years, we've had a fair share of media because of the kind of things that this company has achieved. To show you a few, it's also because of the function of the kind of partnerships that we keep doing, okay? So one of our latest partnerships, which got covered extensively in media, was the IFA Awards. Now I'm sure you understand the IFA Awards is the most prestigious film awards in India, and in this year we were the official direct selling partners for the edition that was held in Malaysia, and we got covered extensively. So the photographs that you see here is of Mr. Pathman Senathiraja, who is who's the head of the WE, and the one you see on top is Mr. J.R. Meyer, who's the MD of QNet, and they were, of course, special guests at the awards. And this is a long ongoing partnership, so while we start this year, over the next couple of years, this partnership is going to get even stronger, okay? And you will see a host of reports that I will quickly run you through, where we've got covered by media. This is Microsoft. They did an entire case study on the partnership that they did with us, on some of the IT solutions that they provided to us. This is available on the Microsoft website. The Forbes magazine, and many such other, stories which have got covered across the world. This is just a small snapshot, of some of the recent media coverage. There's a lot more that you will see. And one of the things that this group also does is we also have some fantastic partnership in sports, because sport is something that goes across boundaries. Sport is something that truly represents the spirit of this company. Okay, this is a company that truly believes, in the spirit of sport, in bringing people together. So we have had some unbelievable partnerships in sports from the beginning. And just to run you through some of these partnerships that we had, one of our initial partnerships was in the Olympics, where for many years we partnered with the Olympic Federation to create, their official memorabilia across various Olympics. This was in 2008. We've also been in Formula One. Okay, now we partnered with the Marussia Virgin Racing Team, okay, which was co-owned by Sir Richard Branson of the Virgin Group, and we are the only direct selling company in the world to have ever been part of Formula One. And this was a partnership that we are very, very proud of. We've been in cycling, okay, at the African Cycling Circuit, where we were partnered as the official sponsors for the Tour de Faso, which is the African equivalent of the Tour de France. And of course in soccer, one of our biggest partnerships till date, where we are today the official direct selling partners of the Manchester City Football Club. Just to tell you a little bit about Manchester City, Manchester City the year before last won the English Premier League. Last year they were very, very close to winning it, and this year they're already at the top of the league. Now the English Premier League is the richest sporting league in the world, and Manchester City is the number one, club there. And today we are partnered with them, and this is again a long-term partnership. This is our second year of the partnership, and this is again a partnership that both us and them are very, very proud of. We do many initiatives with the club, and every time, you see a match at the Etihad Stadium, which is the home of the MCFC, you will see the QNET brand displayed very proudly across the stadium. So this is a partnership that we are really proud of. We've also been very actively involved with tennis, both across the world and especially in India. In India, we sponsor the Davis Cup team, the Indian Davis Cup team, and we had sponsored their last tour. We also sponsor many tournaments within India, including the QNET Cup, or the QNET Open, okay, which is a Women's Tennis Federation tournament, which we've been involved with over the last 3 to 4 years. The last edition, which was held in Delhi, of the QNET Open. In hockey, in Malaysia, in rugby, in Hong Kong, in badminton, in England. We also partnered in basketball, and some of our other sponsorships also include the Spanish sailing team. And one of our latest, this is our most recent and a brand new brand partnership, which we have got into right here in India. One of the most exciting leagues coming up in India, exciting sporting leagues coming up in India after the IPL is the ISL. And one of the most exciting clubs there, which has great ownership and great vision, because it is owned by one of the best young sportsmen that this country has, which is Virat Kohli, along with some of the biggest business families in India, which are the Dhoots of the Videocon Group. Now they own the FC Goa club. The FC Goa club is, I think, currently leading the league, and we are their official direct selling partners from this year onwards. And again, we are very, very proud of this partnership in the ISL, where the FC Goa and us are very, very proud of this partnership. And we also had some very exciting product and brand ambassadors over the year. Okay, we've one of our longest standing brand ambassadors was a gentleman called Muthaiya Muralidharan. I'm sure all of you know. He's the world record holder, Sri Lankan Test and one-day player. He holds the record for the highest number of wickets in Test matches. And over the last many years, while he was playing, he endorsed one of our energy product lines called Velocity. At the same time, we were also partnered with someone called Thongchai Jairi, who is one of the best pro golfers in Asia. Thongchai Jairi was in the top 3. He's from Thailand. He also used to endorse the same product line, which is Velocity. And now we have our very latest brand ambassador, which is again a partnership that is truly embodiment of what this company stands for. Okay, because this person is truly a champion, a warrior who's fought her way, who's been at the top, went down, fought her way back. And today we are, both of us, extremely happy to be with each other. So this is our latest, brand ambassador, which is Martina Hingis. Okay, she was the youngest #1 tennis player in the world. And today she's made a comeback, and she won the women's doubles, the mixed doubles at the US Open, and very, very recently, just a couple of days back, she won the WTA title as well. And she is our latest brand ambassador. As you can see, she wears our logo very, very proudly, and she is someone who we are very, very proud to have in the family. So this is, the company that we are part of. As you can see, it's a company that has great legacy, great partnerships, a great track record, and is known across the world, for some great work that they do, some fantastic products that they have, and some great partnerships that we are all proud of. So I'm very, very proud to be part of this company, and I thought I'd just share with you some of the great things that this company has been doing over the last 17 odd years. Thank you.